Take two. Hey everybody, going to save you some money again. I have take two because before I was in the reflection right there. And if you want to see that video, that's in the VIP group. But anyway, I don't want to be famous. It's not about me. It's about saving you money. Just been on a trip with this vehicle and let me just get it sorted. Get the trip meter. I reckon we just clicked over. There it is. 10,783 kilometers. So it's time for an oil change service. Pop the bonnet. You need to put your little finger. You can either go underneath here or you can go through the gap. See that little lever there? I'll show you because some people have got winches and stuff, right? See that little, make it easy where you can just put your finger down. It's hard to show you, but you just lift that lever up, right? So you can kind of put your finger in the hole there like that and lift the whole bonnet up like that. It might have really got me in a reflection there too. Now, I did give this a quick spray down last night. I've just driven it, so that's dried up any moisture and not too far, sort of 10k drive, so it'll be nice and warm, good for oil change, but it's probably too hot because it's a hot day and the oil is going to be really hot, burning hot. You need to have run it and let it settle. Don't do an oil change on a cold engine because what will happen when you go to change your oil filter, so use the genuine oil filters like I do from lsiauto.com.au, isn't it? And the discount code 4B4-2025. When you go to get that oil filter off down there, right, there's a good chance it'll make a lot of mess if you've run the engine cold, not warmed it up and then switched it off. The oil will be still there. So you need it hot, switch it off. Doesn't matter if you do it cold, although it warms better, it's going to get more oil out because it's thinner, pretty obvious stuff. I've done this sort of stuff before. Subscribe, turn the bell on so you don't miss it because I'm here to help you and give you the information for free and save you money and all that sort of thing to put myself out of business, and it seems to be working. Although there's a few things that you do need for these engines and for these front wheel bearing assemblies and stuff like that, and Dobinson suspension kits maybe sometimes. Doesn't bother me what you get off me and what you don't. I'm just here to help if you want the help. I reckon subscribe, turn the bell, and we're going to drop the oil out of this, cap off, dipstick out, so that, well, look, someone comes along and they go, let's just say I drop the oil out and then I go, so someone comes, what's going on here? And they'll move it out. We want to put another car on the hoist. No. They're going to go, hang on, what's going on here? The dipstick's out. The oil cap's sitting there. This looks untidy. Something's going on. And they're going to have to check it out before they turn the key and start the engine, because although these 1KDs have probably run for bloody ages without any oil in them, truth is we don't want to do that, right? Without too much waffle, we've got a hot engine, nice warm oil. It's all settling. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this for a little while and just let it cool down. So I might put it up on the hoist, raise it up, and just let it sit for a while. I'm going to get a rag. I'm going to clean around this oil cap. I'm going to clean the dipstick. Who wants to have a look at the oil at nearly 11,000 Ks? You want to have a look and see what it looks like? It's got to be putrid, doesn't it? Absolutely putrid. Now, see how clean that dipstick is? You can't even see it, right? And that's what I'm talking about, right? That's how good a bloody 1KD is, right? You want to turn it over. You'll see more oil on the other side of the dipstick. It's going to be dirtier. Let me just have a look. You'll be going, what are you changing your oil for, mate? There's nothing wrong with it. Look, there it is. What do you think? It's low? I don't think it's low. I'll check the oil level for you. There's a bit of colour in it, but you know what I mean? That's not dirty black oil like what you were going to... That's not what you're expecting, is it? Anyway, let me just wipe it and dip it again. It's hard to get the light on it correctly. You can see there's a bit of dirty colour to it. Certainly not low. It's above the dot. That gives you a better indication looking at it on that side. See how black it is? It's not too bad. You know what? I'll just wipe it on this rag here so you can see. It's not the cleanest rag, but just because this will give you an idea. When you've got really dirty black oil, the rag gets really dirty black. And if it's just a very lightly coloured, you know, you can tell the condition of the oil. This is no oil analysis, right? But there's nothing wrong with that. That's 10,000 Ks. If you're doing high Ks, that's all you need to do. If you change your oil at every 5,000 and your oil's that, you know, you can leave it there for a year. These engines are tough. If you're not doing the kilometres and you've got dirty EGR systems, old flogged injectors, and your oil's getting dirty, because again, remember, the bad combustion, the soot is going through your EGR system. So if you sort out your EGR system, you sort out your injectors and it runs clean because you got your injector kit off me and join the VIP group. Like I said, don't do the injectors yourself. If you're not confident, you're not mechanically apt, just pay someone to do it right. We've got workshop partners in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth. A1, I'm telling you right now, you're just going to be happy, you're glad you did that. So you don't have to do it yourself. You can do it yourself if that's what you want to do and you can save some money and that's what you can afford and you're mechanically apt. You can get on the tools, you can watch the videos in the VIP group and you can, you know, learn and do it yourself, no problem. But don't make yourself do it if it's not you, because you don't want to have problems. It's got to be right for the next 10 years, copy. Anyway, back to the oil change, right? Point is, this thing's running mint. It's got clean everything. Like everything's Mickey Mouse on this. The engines are bulletproof. It's just done about a 7,000 or 8,000 Ks, I don't know, trip over to WA and back in 10 days. Is that crazy amount of driving or what? Yep. And it already had maybe 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000. I don't know. Oil change. I said I was going to do all the vehicles in August. Remember, I wasn't doing enough Ks. August, 457K, due at 467. I'm pretty sure that's around about what it's got on it. Or would have to, wouldn't it, right? And it says due in February 25. So it works out. I've done the Ks this time because we're putting it through its paces, the big trips over the last 12 months, right? So my point is, if you've only done 5,000 Ks in a year and you've got a nice clean system like I have, 0%, talk to John F. Anyway, if you want it nice and clean and you're in Victoria, we know someone that can help with that, right? But the point is, don't waste oil. It's doubled in price, don't worry. Yep, I've got plenty of it too, but you know what? We don't need to waste it and put it in vehicles when it's already clean. See, clean, 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 at 10,000 clean, 11,000 clean. So 5,000 is a waste of money on your oil. Have a look at the dipstick, judge it a bit, but don't think it's going to stay clean and clear. It'll stay very clear. You can see how good that oil is. But anyway, enough waffling, right? But it's important waffle, because if you listen, it's going to save you money. So hit the like button. The people that love their Pradas and love their 1KDs and their 1GRs and whatever other cars, and I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, I don't mind the waffling. Look how clean inside that oil cap is. Have a look at that, would you? Anyway, gave that a bit of a clean up. Dipstick's clean. Like I said, we'll let it cool down a little bit. I'll put it up. If it was you and you're not putting it up, it's a four drive. Look, there's heaps of clearance underneath there to just slide underneath and drop the sump plug out. Like I said, let it cool down. If you've got really hot oil, even let it cool down for an hour, depending how hot the engine is and the climate. Long as it's been warm, when you switch it off and you're not going to start it again, is all that matters. Let it cool down a bit. Pop the plug out, leave it out for 10 minutes. You can leave it out for an hour or two if you want on these engines. Careful of other engines though. I'm not telling you how to service those, because there's some different engines and different oil pumps and different problems with different makes and models. This one hasn't got a problem. It just wants an oil and filter change. For people that go, what oil do you use? What oil do you use, mate? I'll tell you what I use, right? This is what I use. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. That's what we use. Now, it doesn't really care what the brand is or what is, as long as it's, you know, half decent oil. They're tough engines and they'll be fine, right? Now, oil, you get it when it's on special. These ones, 10 litres, might retail for about 130. You stay on our Australian group, Oz Prado crew, if you're in Australia, and people share it. They put it up, they go, look, these are 70 bucks at the moment. You go, yee, half price nearly. And you go down and grab 10 or whatever you do, right? These ones here, lsiauto.com.au, right? You get a 10 pack. It's cheaper than buying aftermarket filters at Super Cheap Auto while you're buying this, right? Or Autobarn or Ripco or wherever you want to go and get this stuff when it's cheap. And one will beat the price of the other, and really just give them the runaround, because you need to get it cheap as you can and stock up while it's cheap if you can, but not too much, because, you know, then you're investing money into oil and that costs you money because it's sitting on the shelf. So it depends how many Ks you do. These things, 10 pack, whatever it is, right? Discount code 4B4-2025. FOURBY, like the, you know, channels and stuff. 4B4-2025. Simple stuff. You can even use 23 and 24 if you want, because it's been going about 3 years. I don't get any commission. No, it's not for me, it's for you. I just said, hey, how about a discount for the crew? Because that's where I get my genuine filters from, cheap. Well, here we are underneath the vehicle anyway, and I haven't washed it down yet. Gave the vehicle a quick pressure wash down yesterday, like paintwork, top, sides, quick one under the bonnet, bent down under the front, gave it a quick rinse around here, in around here. That's probably why that looks clean. Not a super close, no truck wash, no degreaser, just water, plenty of water. Just by the looks of it, it clears everything off. But let's have a look under the rest of the vehicle without really washing it down and see how bad things got. I mean, look how clean that is still, and that nice bit of grease there. Bloody beautiful when you just do the job right, isn't it? Original pan gasket, nearly 500,000 Ks, never been off. Nothing wrong with that transmission. No oil leaks, of course, bone dry. Everything looks bloody good, mate, I tell you. Everything looks fantastic. We'll have a bit of a look in detail, probably in another video. Bit of sand around here, so we've got the aircon. So here's the sand from the salt pans that needs to be washed off. You can see the side steps that are rusted out. These did come off my previous Prado. Powerful 4x4, rock armor, whatever you call it. Some people say, oh, fair enough, they've been around, and they've been around, you know. They've done a bit of knocking around. They knock around here and there, you know. They're being used. I'm not going to bust that off in the workshop, but point is, you can see there's a bit of stuff on the K-On gear can handle it, that's for sure. If you don't know about K-On, I'm sure you do by now. Let me know in the comments, kon.com.au. Anybody not know about it? Look at this, it's all polished up from all the long grass. There was all this overgrown. Yeah, crazy. But how did you find out about K-On? Did you, was that because of me, or, you know, think back. Anyway, just curious. I think I might have had the pressure washer just, you know, sort of just shooting up here a little bit, giving a rinse around the tow bar and the, you know, tow bar plug, whatever. This is meant to be an oil change video. See how we get off topic? Turned into a bit of an inspection, but I haven't really given this a big what might have done in around there, because that's all moving parts, wheels and bearings and things we want to keep clean. Literally, I promise you, I spent 10 minutes. I'll even tell you the timeline, right? My target, I was aiming to get home about 2:30 because we had to go out at 3. Got back at about 20 to 3. Unloaded the car. That took about 10 minutes for the majority of the unloading. Another 10 minutes with the pressure washer. Mate, 3 o'clock I was shutting up shop and we were out of here. We're going out and we're gone by about 10 past 3, right? So I was home half an hour, back at base half an hour, and just went out in another vehicle and left this parked here with the solar panel sitting on the roof, keeping the battery charged. And mate, what a vehicle, right? I mean, have a look at it. There's not one leak. There's not one broken boot, suspension leak, deterioration, blah, blah, blah. But this is an oil change video. So what do we do now? Once it cools down enough, 14 mil, take the plug out. Oil's going to go everywhere, probably 7 or 8 litres of it. There you go, bada bing, that's next step. Plug out, make sure you put a drain tray underneath it first. There it is, out the oil goes. That's what it looks like when it's going out. Going out, going out. Going out with a boom. You want some light on, there you go. It's going out. Bloody looks like good oil to me. It's a bit dirty. Got a little bit on my left hand, just to show you. Doesn't work as well with gloves on, so sometimes the gloves are off. The gloves are off for this one. Now that's starting to look quite a bit more black when you look at a nice clean doctor's hand. Doctor, dentist here. Right, so we want to get that off our skin ASAP, because that is terrible stuff. Some people go, hey, whatever. And that's right too, but nah, no good for you. Get it off. In about 1 minute or 2, it'll be trickling out like this. Right, and then what I want to show you is checking the oil pickup. We've done it before. You really need to get into the injector information playlist if you don't know what I'm talking about. Right, I don't need to do it on this vehicle because I know everything's good, right? I'm just demonstrating to show you guys. I don't need to check this because I've guaranteed myself 120,000 Ks, probably even longer, but that's my guarantee if we do the job for you, or even if you follow the videos and do the job with my parts, exactly like that. I can guarantee it for you, that you can guarantee it for yourself, that those injector seats aren't going to leak and you're not going to end up with a blocked oil pickup on your diesel, okay? Different story on the petrol. You miss a few oil changes, nothing to do with injectors, you end up with a blocked oil pickup, you need a new engine, right? So they both can have the same issue with the blocked oil pickup, but caused by completely different things. Now see that sun plug washer there? Might stay there, right? Or we might replace it. There we go, we've got a few new ones. Now, for all the smarties that watch the video this far, if you do buy an injector kit from me for your 1KD and you say, hey, can I please have a free sun plug washer? I'll throw one of these in the kit for you. Small things, I just want to see who watched the videos, and then in 2 or 3 years time, if people keep saying, hey, can I please have a free sun plug washer? If you watch all the videos, there's many bonuses to be had. If you just sort of, you know, come along and you haven't seen many videos, you could be missing out on a lot of stuff. There it is, the new one will go on, just like so. And the other one, I'll get a flat blade screwdriver and flick him off. How do you do that? Kind of just like that, and then it splashes on you and jump out of the way. So while it's up, I think we did the rear fuel filter last time after the last trip. I don't think we need to do that till 480, but what I will do, since I've done the driving, we haven't done water crossings, but a bit of dust, I might re-lube the driveline again while it's up in the air. Of course, check all your, we don't know when these joints are going to wear out because we don't actually see them worn out, right? That's just your normal diff pinion. Don't worry about that. That's all normal. But yeah, lubricating these is key, because maybe that's why we've never seen one wear out. And cleaning, see all this salty stuff? First thing that's going to happen, this thing's going to get a big bath once it hits the ground. But I just wanted to change the oil, right? It's all about the time. This is only the next day. I've just pumped out all the injector kits and the BFE kits and all that, priorities, right? So it was a quick rinse off. Then it was go and visit mum and see the family. Then it was pack the kits for you guys. Now it's oil change for this baby. because my daughter wants this car, so I've got to look after it, right? That's why I got it collecting cars as well, right? I was talking to a few people about that today, actually. You know who you are. And yeah, bloody beautiful. You wouldn't believe what I'm going to do next after I get out from under this car. Anyway, I reckon, is that it? I mean, an oil change. There's oil change videos there. Check the playlists. This could probably come off and do with a bit of a push out. It's been pushed in a bit at some stage. Could have been on this trip because there was a bit of that going on in places. Anyway, it's pretty easy, right? I'll give you the tip and then we'll wrap it up because I waffled a lot in this one. But you can see all the more information in the other videos. Check the playlists. You put the plug in. You tighten up to 34 Newton meters with the new washer after the oil finishes running or whenever you're happy. Then you go back up to the top and you pour the oil in the top, about 7 litres, and then you check it. Or if you're doing the oil and filter, you can do that and do the oil filter afterwards, or you can just, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it drain. I'm going to put the plug in. Then I'm going to go up there once I lower the car, take the oil filter off, put the new one on. I'm not going to put oil in it. I'm going to make sure the seal's lubricated. The genuine comes pre-lubricated, the O-ring. And then I'm going to pour 7 litres in and I'm going to check it and I'm going to put a little bit extra in because I like a little bit extra. When you do heat and highway Ks at high speed, you do burn a bit. So I like to have an extra couple hundred mil if I can. I'll put 7.1 or 7.2. We'll see where the reading's at. And then it's ready for the next trip because it'll be lubed. I'm going to check everything now. Before the trip, after the trip, nothing comes loose. I'll probably do a separate video on the 2 small issues that I did have on this trip. Very minor or aftermarket stuff really, but that'll be in that video. Could be on the other channel, 4V4 Adventures. Subscribe, turn the bell on both. Catch you in the next video. See ya.